Hello everyone, good evening. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for everything that has been going on, and for the congratulations and everything. And there's this lady that I won't say she got my attention, but she is really I don't know what we are dragging, but for Joy's issue, I want some of you women that are supporting her to put yourself in my shoes. If a woman did something like that to you, I'm not sure you would accept it, because even some of you, your husbands cannot even chat with a lady at night, not to talk less of bringing a woman with pregnancy into a house where you're not even divorced. A lot of you are saying, I'm a bad person, I do not deserve Lemon. For Lemon to have accepted me, he's going to suffer, he's going to so let me tell you, if that is what you wish for my home, I'm sorry to say this, but I send it back to you and your family. It is not my family you're talking about. And a lot of you are saying what Joy did is not her fault, that people should stop blaming her, and yeah, I understand, but the fact that most of you need to go extra miles to say she's being bullied, that my fans are bullies, they bully people. First of all, I do not pay people to do anything. I've seen where people are always tackling bloggers that are for me, asking them that how much they may repay you to do what you're doing. I see stuff like that. But let me make one thing very clear. I am angry with Joy. Fine, yes. She's my husband's secretary, also my friend. She works for my husband, and I took her as my friend and a family too. But the fact that she is the one that turned out to be the person that my husband has to bring it in the house, most of you women that are supporting her, you can't tolerate half of what I tolerated. The ex that you guys are criticizing me about for going to see a married woman that's still going to see her ex, Joy is the best for Lemon. At least she's carrying a baby now, she's not leaving, she's not doing this. I am not saying anybody has to leave, but it will get where it could do me. She would have to leave. Do you understand? You're saying Lemon loves her, Lemon does this, Lemon does that. Nobody is saying they shouldn't love each other. She gets, where some of you are saying Lemon's love for me is this, Lemon's love for me is that. So let me tell you something. You see, immediately we settled. If he doesn't love me, I wouldn't still be in his room. I wouldn't go to his room. She gets. I will still be in the guest room, still trying to beg off camera. That is one thing that most of you don't understand. That is what we call love. She gets, in case you do not understand, maybe you and your husband doesn't love each other. Learn from what happened between me and Lemon. I know we're still going to have obstacles because of her pregnancy, or because of the fact that she's still in this house. They're still going to have issues. That one is for sure. I can't predict the future. But there is no way another woman will be in my home and you expect we're going to be peaceful when we never have a peaceful conversation, except for when Dick and Famous came. I see where some of you are saying Dick and Famous was referring to her as this one in the meeting. I don't know, but most of you are just too, how would I put it? You're too sentimental. In that video, he also called me this one. He also called me one. You don't marry one, you can't still go give another one belly. Don't you guys listen very well? I just feel most of you, when you are a fan of somebody, you only pick what they are doing to that person, but you do not pick what they are doing to the other person because you are sentimental. The fact that your wrong was higher than the other person's wrong made it look like he was focusing on one person. He asked me my questions, which I answered, but David never let me explain myself well. But when it got to them being questioned, for them to answer, Joy answers with sense. Somebody that answers with sense, saying you slept with somebody's husband coincidentally. How is that coincidentally? Who was the person that took Robert to the business trip? And how did the robber get bust? I really don't want to go deep into all these things. But deep down, I myself say I have questions that I want to ask them. But just for peace to reign, I decided to forgive and forget. When you talk about bullying, most of you do not understand what bullying is. You're saying we are bullying Joy. How are we bullying her? We are not bullying her. First of all, she said all she wanted was for my husband to take responsibility for her child. But when she came, they went to the introduction. In this same woman's live video, I heard where the person that was calling her was saying that Lemon was forced to come back to me. Lemon was not forced. He was not forced. When somebody is being forced to do something, you will see it. We begged each other when? And we're already sleeping on the same bed when? Does that look like someone that was forced to do something? You're criticizing Wise One, saying Wise One is a two-faced person. Wise One was somebody that was insulting me, calling me names. Wise One and I are good friends. Friends insult each other, they beat each other, but they still settle. That is what we call true friendship. As your best friend, I can say you do not know how to do anything. I can say there is nothing you can do in this life. I will say all sort of things about you, but we will still settle. That is what we call friendship. You guys are saying Wise One and Joy are not close. That is a lie. Wise One is a very free person. We call him two-faced because he's somebody that does not accept something that is wrong. He's not against Joy, but her statement that day saying coincidentally she slept with my husband and insulting the King Famous on social media. Why didn't you insult him when he was in your presence? He was only correcting her for what she said. And most of you are picking it as an offense. Why are you taking it as an offense? When you do something wrong and you apologize, you know, there's actually a right time for everything. The time that she realized her mistake was a little bit late. When, excuse me, when Flower Boy called me an allot, I flared up, I got angry. You know, my husband's friends calling me a shell, calling me a witch. Even Wise One said my husband shouldn't sleep with me. I need to cleanse myself. Wise One said I locked my husband in the bottle. from my husband's friends, all those insults. Do you think if it was rained on joy, can most of you still accept it? I mean, she was just called this one by the King Famous, and we're carrying for it. What about all the insult I was given? Everybody's saying I went to visit my ex, I went to do this. Do you know what she did before she met my husband? Or does she want to tell me she had no affair before she met my husband? She can't tell me that. I mean, the last time we had a conversation, when I asked about men, she was telling me I should check her DM and all. So before you criticize someone, think. Don't just talk because you feel like talking, because you feel you can talk. We are all women. We all have men that chase us. Even married women out there, men still chase them. So who am I? Who is Joy? Most of you believe what she did is right. You're saying she's respectful. She is respectful because she has not accepted or tolerated, or she has not been insulted the way I was insulted. So definitely she would be respectful. I mean, when nobody was insulting me, I was also respectful. Not until I was insulted and called all sort of names. When I started being insulted, that was when I started being rude. But I became outspoken. Everybody saw it as a rude behavior. Just saying she's educated, that's why she's a secretary. You know, do you know there are most graduates out there that hawk pure water? There are most graduates out there that drive Okada. Most graduates out there are beggars today. There is something that we call grace. You know, if she has a grace of coming out and becoming a secretary, that is our grace. That is our grace. I really won't say I'm an orphan, but I really didn't have people to sponsor me for school. She has a family background is okay. She has the privilege to go to school. Well, I had the privilege to go to school for just 3 years, which was rendered by my mom's political members. I did NC in Ekpe, a small town. That was where I did my College of Education. I came out as a teacher. Now, some of you are using education to insult me, that I am not educated. I am not educated. But the handbooks I have will feed a lot of you out there. I am not educated, but I am a crocheter. Do you know how much crochet brings? Or do you know how much bead making brings? Do you even know how much palm brings? Do you know how much making of hair brings? Do you know how much makeup brings? Nails, pedicure? Or should I list all my handwork for you? You don't want to try it. I sponsored myself in some cases. I made a lot of encounters. I had a lot of issues in school, but I still did what? I still moved and made sure that I finished. Even when at the point I had to cater for myself, I still moved. You guys do not know the deep things that my husband did to me that made me become whoever I became. But it's just a few things he wants you to see that you see. And now you guys are comparing me to Joy. She is way more older than me. I am just a young girl. I am not saying her life is not okay. Her life is very much okay. But our background and mine is so different. So if she's educated, she has graduated, I'm sorry to say I'm just an NC graduate. I'm just an NCE graduate. I am not a full graduate. I didn't wear my NYNC. But I'm still going to wear it because that is something I owe my mom. But do not use education to insult anybody. Even people that are not educated speak good English than people that are educated. So if you're talking about education, do not bring that to my table. If I decide to speak English, I would. If I decide to speak Pidgin, I would. If I decide to speak my Yoruba language, I will. Do you understand? I will. We all have situations where we are meant to speak English. There are some times that you need to speak English and show your class. It is not by going to school. If it is by going to school that maybe you graduate, you're going to be this, you're going to... A lot of men out there, girls, young girls, boys that are graduates would have been big people in the country today. Some of you are complaining about my nails. How is the nails your problem? I don't blame you because most of you can't even afford my lifestyle. Most of you are jealous because maybe your husband controls you and tell you what to do and what not to do. If you're not comfortable with pressing something, doesn't mean another person is not comfortable with it. If my nails is paining you, is giving you issues, go and jump in a canal or something. I am a nail technician and I love nails. Nail technicians love nails. In case you do not know. But fixed nails, go and Google it, go and check. Nail technicians do nails very well. So stop using that as an insult. If I decide that I really do not want to, like, okay, fine. There was a time that everybody was saying, I do not know how to cook because my husband said, I don't know how to cook. Have you tasted my food? No. Anger can make anybody say any type of thing. I was the same person that was calling my husband baby husband, but I still came back to that baby husband. Anybody can say anything out of anger. I cook my husband's food. If you check me on TikTok, most times in the morning, I'm always in the kitchen, which is normal for a man. Even when we've not even settled, I am always in the kitchen. I just cook. If I don't cook, who will feed me? Is it you on social media? Is it you on the internet that I want to call to come and cook for me to eat? You're complaining about my fashion, me changing of hair, me doing of nails. The same people were the same people when I was wearing just 2 to 3 weeks. They were complaining I was wearing only 2 and 3 weeks. I don't have wigs. Now I have wigs. They are still complaining that the only thing I do is nails and hair. If you look tattered, they will say you're tattered. You look beautiful, they say you're too beautiful. What's wrong now? But there is nothing anybody can do to satisfy any of you out there. I am not saying anybody should support Joy, but before you do anything, think if it were to happen to you, even Joy, if whatever she did to me, another woman did it to her, or maybe I did it to her, she wouldn't accept it. She wouldn't. She's not the first person to marry somebody's husband, and she would not be the last. So if you are my fan and you're going out there to insult or bully her, please, I advise everything stops. If me and her have an issue, we would fight it out and settle it between ourselves because we were once friends. We will settle it amongst ourselves. People, most of you are saying, people are saying, maybe it's calm. That is why Joy is staying in the house. If it's another woman, they will have done this, they will have done that. And they tell you it is the truth, because most of you out there wouldn't tolerate it. You're just coming out to talk because you feel like talking. Most of you, your husbands cannot move an inch. Most of you put trackers on your husband's phone. Most of you track your husband's WhatsApp history to know who and who is talking to and who is not talking to. But I didn't do all that. Joy is respectful because she has not received whatever insult I received. Do you understand? she no get wahala because say waiting, they never give her the stress we then give me. 4 years ago, I was not like this. 3 years ago, I was not like this. But due to what they did to me, I turned out like this. The contract I did with my ex-boyfriend led to a mansion that I'm owning right now. A mansion that is written under my husband's name. I was caught in a restaurant with my ex, but my husband brought out evidence of what he was doing with his secretary. So who is supposed to be more angry? Who's supposed to be more agitated right now? But I decided to do was forgive and forget and put it behind me and just build a home. And you guys are saying they are bullying Joy. They are doing this to her. If Lemon comes back to Mary, Lemon is going to suffer. Lemon is going to do this. If that is your prayer for me and my husband, I send it back to you and your family. Nothing will happen to Lemon and nothing will happen to me. Neither will anything happen to Joy and her child. So if you have a problem with us being happy, then I would advise you delete Facebook. Because the moment we are fully settled, this Facebook no will contain me and Una. I tell you, it won't contain us anymore. If it is Wala you want, you will get it. I don't have an issue with Joy carrying my husband's child. I don't have an issue with her staying in this house. But she also said it. That as long as I don't give her problem, she doesn't have any issue. It's the same thing for me. If you don't give me issue, you're not going to have issues. But if you're the type that is going out there to insult her, please stop it. Because that was the same people that congratulated me were the same people that were insulting me before. So if you are the type that is insulting her, please stop. I know what I was going through when you guys were insulting me. Please stop. She's a human being. She's not the first person to carry another man's child. She's not the first person to get married to somebody's husband. So you all just stop. I do not want problem. I have peace now, and that is the only thing I want. Maybe her apology is real, her apology is fake. As long as she has apologized, I'm okay with it. If I am somebody that listens to online advice, and I would have gone astray by now. By now, I would have even lost my own. But I stood my ground. I know what I want. So you guys stop insulting her, stop dragging her. I beg of all of you, stop. If I have any issue with her, we are both gonna fight it and settle it back. Stop insulting her, stop calling her names. She has made a mistake and she has realized it. That is left to her if she wants to realize. I made my mistake, I realized, but still most people do not believe I realized. That is the same thing that is happening to her. Most things that is happening to her now that Dickin is, you guys are saying Dickin famous words as an insult to her, which is also something that my husband's friends, wise one, untouchable flower, which is what they did to me too, but people didn't see it as an insult. People saw it as a fact that I was disrespectful. So you all should just stop. Just stop. You don't need this. You don't. Insulting her is not going to change anything. Dragging her online, calling her all sort of names is not going to change anything. Those of you saying the child might not be Lemon's child, the child is this, please stop. Let the poor child come to earth. And let's see the child. You guys should stop insulting her. It might not be showing on her face, maybe it's weighing her down, but I know deep down as a human being it's weighing her down, because when I was being insulted and bullied, it was weighing me down. Are you guys not ashamed of yourself? Grown up women out there ganging up against me. I did nothing to any of you. I mean, I'm just a young girl struggling to keep our home together. I made my mistake. I scattered things. I did this. My husband did his own mistake. You all have done your own mistakes and your life is not on social media. You're just lucky to see mine on social media. So you guys stop. Enough is enough. Stop insulting her. Stop calling her names. I am not better. She's not better. Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. And it's just meant for us to realize our mistakes. I am not mad at you. I was angry and it is off my mind. I am somebody that when I'm angry, I just love saying it so you would know that I'm angry. And once I speak, it is over. When I don't speak, that is when it's deep down. And I don't like that. That is something my mom doesn't like. So if you offend me, I will tell you ASAP so you would know. I don't like keeping someone in my mind. I don't like it at all. I don't like me will finish and me clear. That is me. So whatever issue I'm having with Joy, I've said my own and everything has been settled. So excuse me, you guys should stop insulting her, calling her names. Stop dragging her. She's a human being. She's carrying a child. She doesn't need that in her condition. I went through a live video today and I saw the way some people were insulting her, calling her shewo, umbreka. Please stop. I'm not trying to be a good person here, but we all know what she did was wrong, but please stop. I don't want her to go through that. At least for even now that she's even carrying my husband's child, I don't want her to go through that. It is not good for her and the baby. So you guys should please just stop. Enough is enough. I really don't like it. Please, if you're a fan of me or anybody, you're happy that Lemon and I are back together, please stop insulting her. You guys don't know what you're doing. So please just stop. Stop making them paint us as a bully. Stop making people see us as a bully. Enough is enough, please. I beg of you. Thank you so much. I hope you guys will really understand and stop with the insult, please. Thank you.